Hi, this is Michaela, Guzy, founder of OhThePeopleYouMeet from Cambodia. Increasingly, travelers are looking to connect with the local communities which they are visiting. In destinations like Cambodia, the extreme poverty and resulting hardships inspires many to want to help. It's up to you, the traveler, to take the responsibility to research and evaluate credible NGOs and organizations that are sustainably supporting their local communities. Before visiting, I'd recommend reading Elizabeth Becker's chapter on Cambodia in her book, Overbooked, which provides an overall summary of the recent history affecting Cambodia, from the not-so-distant civil war, the mass genocides, and the international land grab that has further pushed many Cambodians into poverty.
When I was young here in Siem Reap, even I live in the middle of the city, I still remember there were shooting and bombing on a frequent basis, and I cannot recount how many times I had to run for underground shelter and would bring water and food with us because we don't know how many days we'll be there. That was my childhood.
At first glance, visitors see countless children pleading to join them for a performance back at the orphanage. The begging is overwhelming at tourist sites like the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Siem Reap, and even your tuk-tuk driver will take you for a ride for a few extra bucks. The mentality that, oh, it's only a couple extra dollars and they need it more than me, is exactly what perpetuates the poverty cycle. By enabling begging, these children won't go to school, and adults will not seek sustainable jobs in farming, a microloan, or even a position at an international hotel company like Shintamani Resort. How does Shintamani or the Shintamani Foundation say this is the village that we're going to help build housing for and dig water wells for? How are the villages selected?
It's a partnership with local authorities, with local monks, local pagodas, and lots of different things. I mean, the whole kingdom needs help.
The Shintamani Foundation chooses the areas they support based on where staff members live with their families in order to monitor their impact. To date, they provide their staff with the best medical coverage in the country and have built over 1,400 water wells, houses, schools, and even a farm.
So from this farm, we give the people the piglet and the chicken to start their own business at their house after they get the training here. So before we give them, we need to make sure they have a training here.
How big is the community?
The community here, we supplying our service to the whole district. So here we call Bantay State District. So Shintamani Foundation, we work in 3 different districts. So this is one of the important to the whole district.
By choosing to stay at a hotel that embeds themselves in their community and employs local people, you are directly supporting the staff, their families, and the village's access to jobs, education, and medical aid.
It is a socially inclusive school built by the refugees and their teacher. Now they believe that arts can help change life, the person's life and the community, and Cambodia as a whole. Many of the students come from socially and economically difficult backgrounds. Some of them were street kids, some of them were orphans or victims of domestic violence or human trafficking or forced labor. While their time in far, they work very, very hard to become who they are today and performing professionally in Cambodia and around the world. I get to see young artists, the first generation of performing students of the school, perform for the first time in their life.
These young artists' performances educate audiences about the important issues affecting the people of Cambodia, including HIV/AIDS prevention, malaria, dengue fever, and landmines.
These young people has nothing in their life, yet they can contribute by educating the wider population in rural areas of Cambodia on these important issues.
Culturally conscious companies like Aqua Expeditions sustainably introduce their guests to communities along the Mekong River. From the floating markets, the farmers in the chili fields, and even a conversation with a local Buddhist monk to discuss the significance of his journey from childhood to monkhood in this poverty-stricken country. What made you decide to become a monk?
Maybe it's my traditional, because my grandpa When he was alive, he used to be monk. But my father doesn't become a monk, but for me.
Sadly, human trafficking, sexual abuse, and the sex industry are issues currently affecting the people of Cambodia. We met with young women and children who, despite having limited choices, have survived their individual circumstances from rape, prostitution, and human trafficking. We met with one survivor who is brave enough to share her story.
He forced me to rape. I cannot to fight, I cannot to tell everyone because I'm so scared so much. You know the feeling that I am his daughter, and I always wonder that why he do like this with me. Especially he's already tell me that if I tell this story to other one, he will to kill me.
After learning that she was pregnant with her father's child at 17, this young survivor finally got the courage to speak up. She turned to AFASIP for help.
I just lived in the center 1 year, continue to study grade 12, but everything helped me a lot. Psychologist, she helped me, she motivated me, especially mom. When I meet her the first, I don't know who is she. She hugs me and she asked me to, and she used encouragement, and she gave me a lot of power to study. But in the past, I have everything bad, but right now, I'm here.
I am a psychologist here. I have to provide a counseling and like art therapy and self-help group and primary mental health. And sometimes we make the class of yoga class in Tumdi Center.
Wonderful. And so who comes to the Tumdi Center?
The girl that from human trafficking and rape. When the girl come to the center, we provide a safety place for them to live, to sleep, like the shelter. And we provide the food, yes. We provide the school if most of them go to school. We provide the education program. And one more thing, we support the counseling like mental health to them.
Organizations like Together One Heart are working with women and children who have survived violence, abuse, rape, exploitation, or trafficking, or who are at high risk of becoming a victim. Through recovery, outreach, education, training, and economic freedom, these survivors are finally empowered to live their lives the way they choose.
Tumdi Center is the name of one of our girl. The one who inspired my life, what I'm doing today because of her too, because I remember when I meet her, spend time with her, she changing my life. Meeting her, she got HIV/AIDS. She was in the brothel for so long in her life. Then she came to my house and I had to take care of all her skin because she has her skin, infected with the HIV/AIDS. She have also tuberculosis. And the day she come up all time, she always smiling, like she's happy. One day she come to me, she said, I am happy. And she stopped crying. She said, no one hugging like you hugging me. No one love me like you love me. And then she passed away. And she always tell me, Mommy, I will stay in your side. I will look at you, I will protect you. But I want you, promise me, to help all the girls who are suffering, who have no hope, who have no life, who have no love, who have no parents. I want you to help them.
Sometimes when people think about charity world, it's like there's always work and like saving and rescuing and it's heroics. It's not heroics. It's ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I think a lot of times we think, what can I really do? What can I really do? And the truth is, the most important donation that our girls need is love. And that's something that anybody can give. When a traveler comes here and comes to visit the center and just shows love to our girls, all of those things are amazing. If we're ever going to end this issue, we have to start at the root. The root cause is we have to stop creating bullies. And I see now that when my girls say love and forgive the trafficker and love and forgive the pimp, it's because they see themselves in them. Yet they went the victim route, but they could have gone the perpetrator route. They could have been the one that no one would ever reach. And we need to reach all of the victims. That means the bullies and the victims. They all have to be, they all need love, they all need forgiveness.
Organizations like Concert work to match travelers who want to participate and give back with local organizations whose operations have been vetted. To learn more about Cambodia's recent history and current socio-political landscape, read Hun Sen's Cambodia. For more information on how you can help, check out Oh, the People You Meet. This is Michaela Guzy from Cambodia. Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Michaela Guzy. Pack a bag and journey on.